Quite often when testing a brand new golf club that costs north of £300 and comes in a beautiful looking leather head cover, we commence the video from the tee box. We want to see this go 300 plus yards and outdrive all our friends. But today that's not going to happen because these could well be the best forgiving golf clubs of 2025 and beyond. You see, Callaway claim that these could be total game changers for anybody who struggles from, well, here. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Guys, please do take 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy the idea of daily golf related videos. Today we have the new Callaway Apex UW clubs. Now these look absolutely gorgeous. We're going to test them out here in the golf course and see if they do perform and are worth that £339 price tag. We're also going to test them in the studio and see just how versatile, how forgiving and how good they are for that money. You'll see there's loads of technology in here, so I'll go through that as the video goes on. But one of the bits I really want to talk you through is the design of this tungsten speed wave. That's a 41 gram tungsten element. You can see it's designed to be low and forward in that face to really help you hit those nice high forgiving shots. So rather than start on the tee, I thought we'd start here in the thick rough by a hazard 220 yards out into the wind, because why not? So I've got the 21 degree here. Now this could for me be the sweet spot of the range. You can get lots of different options for lofts in this. We've got 4 very differing lies here. Now one of the first things I want to say about these clubs is I think this is perfect for the guy who hates hybrids. I'm not a hybrid guy. If you look on the Callaway website, these do not come under hybrids. They come under fairway woods, but they are of course like a utility club. So if you don't like hybrids, you don't really like the idea of a long iron either, this could be for you. Right, can we hit some nice shots with this club out the rough to start with? Now straight away, I can't believe how well that's just that's back edge, that's landed on the green. Now strike wise, I'm a bit, that's kind of, did you see that? That's like, not gonna lie, that's taken me back a little bit. Like the strike on that was obviously very, very good. It's gone all the way there. You can just see it back of the green there. I was thinking here, I'm too far out. There's no way I can get there. I mean, these next lies may prove to be right, but I can't believe how good that first shot's gone. It tried to draw for me a little bit as well, which I've been struggling to do recently. It's done the same. That's even better. That's like the perfect shot. Now, I'm going to have to show you that one. This is so unprofessional. There's no Bobby, by the way, today, guys. Bobby's on holiday still, so I'm doing it all myself. But I feel like a kid who's hitting shots and saying, Dad, you need to watch. Look what I've done. That's frighteningly good. This, of course, is the 21. I do have it in a lower loft for off the tee, and I do feel like the elephant in the room, I'm going to address it. It sounds a bit weird. Like, it doesn't sound amazing for me. Sound is a very, very personal thing. It's very subjective, so I'll let them off. But the fact that the wind is into off left, and these balls are like drawing into the flag. Look at that! It's so good. You can kind of forgive everything. You can forgive, to be honest, the looks don't need forgiving. The looks are fantastic. But you can really forgive that sound just for where they've all gone. That one's cut a little bit too much. To be honest, if I hadn't hit those first 3 ones now, I'm probably more than happy with that as a shot. When we jump inside, you will see there is a stock shot for these clubs, which I think most golfers around the world would be really, really happy with. But you can also see that, yes, we have that tungsten plating at the front here. We also have a nice 5 gram weights. These are designed to be quite versatile as well as quite forgiving. Let me show you that other one. Look, there's another one on the green. We're 220 yards. Exactly how far out are we? We're 235 yards out. Maybe it's not marketing, maybe they're right. Now, another piece of notable technology within this Callaway Apex UW or UW for most normal people. I'm going to christen it UW though, I like that. Pass me the UW. Is we do have a triaxial carbon crown. Now, we get that in drivers, we get that in a lot of fairway woods. We don't get it in many hybrids. Of course, this isn't a hybrid, it's not in Callaway's hybrid kind of matrix, as it were, but the utility wood does feature that, so that allows Callaway to move a lot of excess weight around wherever they want it. Maybe I need a kind of triaxial carbon cap or something like that, but that does mean that they can really kind of manufacture the ball flights that you want, and thus those ball flights we've just had with that 21 degree. Guys, get in the comments below, could you see yourself with a Callaway Apex UW? And realistically, the question I'm asking you is, which loft would you go for? Because so far, that is really, really good. Let's jump inside, let's look at the numbers for this 21 degree and see if it could be a club that I look at putting in my bag. Then let's look at the lower lofted version from off the tee, because I really think that could be a beast with all that triaxial weighting and step soling and everything else. Does it bother you? It doesn't sound, I'm going to say it sounds different. Does it bother you that it's £339? That could be an issue. But what doesn't bother me is I look at where 3 of the 4 shots that have gone with this higher lofted club, and I wouldn't be anticipating having 2 pretty makeable, well, like potential birdie chances, and 1 up at the top there. Yeah, we hit 1 over there, but that's absolutely fine. We'd try and make par. Let's talk some numbers. Okay guys, let's talk some numbers for these brand new Callaway UWs, and I think these look absolutely fantastic. I love how we have that forward weighting, and I love the shape of these clubs. Now we have 21 and 17, so we're going to go 21 degree first of all, and one of the big things you can see, so if I compare this to the Apex clubs that we've just tested, I actually want this one, which is the 22, so a very, very similar idea. Obviously 1 degree loft difference in both these clubs within the Apex range. Now we've got the numbers on screen from all those shots, so you can see on the left hand side we've got all those dispersions and things like that. I will allude to them a little bit, but I might do, if you want to see a full comparison, then let me know. But the first real difference you see is the shaft length. So 1 degree loft difference in these clubs, but a really kind of 1.5 inches, would you say there, Laura, of different shaft length. So I think that as a club could be so many golfers' dream club. I know golfers everywhere that hate hybrids. I don't like hybrids. I'm not a hybrid guy. I just top hybrids and never hit them well. I also know golfers who don't like fairway woods. This is like that really nice middle ground where it could well be for you. Now I've got a green set up at 230. I do feel like that could be biting off a bit much, but now straight off the bat, the ease of hitting that compared to the iron is like probably just a totally different thing. Very similar distance though, so a 211 yard shot first of all, 4,600 spin. One thing that I hope I can do with these is flight them up and down. I hope they can be versatile, because if they're not, and if they just go really, really high, you might as well just really be using a fairway wood. But at 21 degrees, that's like the perfect stock shot. 212 yards. It's going to be like a 4-iron replacement, this, isn't it? Carbon copy. Left it out to the right a little bit. Now, there's no offset on these compared to the irons, so maybe that's why we're just leaking them out to the right. But that's going a bit further. That's 220. I can hear, like on the way back, I don't know if it's the wind or the air into the back of that, but it sounds like a, which is really interesting. It's not a bad thing or a negative, but it is there definitely. Right, square it up. Can you hear it? I think it's on the way down. I mean, again, I look at that as a shot. It's bang smack in the middle. It's 212 yards, and the consistency element's there. Now, the ease of getting this in the air is exactly what Callaway want this to be. It wants to be a nice, easy club to launch, but also with having this 5 gram tungsten speed wave here, oh, it has to be, that has to be the, you wouldn't call it speed wave, would you, if you're not going, I don't know if that puts me off. I don't think it, I don't think I'm that mentally not strong, but, or weak even. Yeah, see, I've gone to hear it then. Maybe I am just that mentally weak. Maybe that is just me in a tee. We'll leave them all in. We'll leave them all in. You can see that one. That one's on me. Right. Better. That's better. Not cutting back. I flighted it down a little bit more. It's going to carry more. 208 carry, 220 total. So I think we are getting a really nice consistent ball fly with this. I think we're getting pretty consistent numbers, apart from the one where my ear was up here trying to here for that little kind of noise. You can see those consistent ball flights. Like really, if you want a club that's just going to launch like that and be really easy to hit, I've duffed that one 200 yards. Like, being totally transparent and honest. I don't feel like it's got much more to give though. I feel like that stock shot, if you're playing par threes at 200 yards, or if you've got a couple of long par fours where you want that stock shot, going and getting fitted for one of these into a number could be really good. But that's the shot with it. It's just a nice high buttery fade, doing what you wanted to do, pitching at 210, 207, and releasing out a little bit more. Consistency wise, that's frighteningly good. Let's get on the golf course, let's test these a little bit more, put them through the paces and see if there could be a fantastic option for you or a giant waste of money. Then we're going to come back in here, we're going to test the 17 degree and really put the cat amongst the pigeons. That's twice I've said that today, but I mean it. And just to add to those numbers, yeah, we spoke about that lovely big high fade shot we've been getting. Look at the kind of stopping power that's landed front edge. The greens are pretty responsive, but not overly. And even out here on the golf course, we're backing up those claims that this could be a fantastic option for so many people. I'm really excited by this. Now, I wasn't. When it came through, I was like, probably going to be okay. This could be really good. Okay, so I've got something to say here, and Callaway might not like this. They may take it as constructive feedback, and I hope they do. But those numbers are really good. And those first shots we've hit with this 21 degree Apex UW are really good. Now I've got the 17 in my hand here and we're going to hit some tee shots down, quite a narrow tee shot to be honest, quite a narrow hole. For £339, this feels absolutely criminal that it doesn't have an adjustable neck on this club. I think this could literally take the crown for the best golf club of 2026 if it just had an adjustable hosel. However, we do still have that tungsten speed wave, we still have that triaxial carbon crown. It's a hidden triaxial carbon as well. You can't see it like you can on the Paradigm or the Elite or anything like that, but it does still have loads and loads of tech to help. So off this tee and of course in the studio, just how good can this be? I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue, and you may have already seen it in this video, but some of the shots are pretty ridiculous. And I do know that's where Callaway are going to kind of put their argument forth, and I totally get that. I totally understand that they will say, you know, if we did put an adjustable hosel on there, it would add weight, which means we can't have the same weight of the tungsten speed wave, and then the triaxial carbon crown would have to be different, and then the whole club just isn't the same. And I've just realised that that's the exact text message I'm going to get from Callaway, and I've just figured it out myself. So I suppose there we go. But how good is this? So 17 degrees, almost 3-wood loft. I'd love it if we could get it like lower. But that, for the strike I've just hit, that's done phenomenally well. A, to keep on the fairway, B, to go anywhere at all. That was a really horrible toey strike. And I think I broke my tee, which was rather annoying because it's the only one I brought, so I'm going to have to get another one. And with another tee, we'll bring another ball because I'm quite enjoying this entire test. Now, if I do look down at this, I do think it has a timeless element to it, a timeless look to it. All of the Apex UWs that I've seen have that same kind of look to them. So what makes this one better than the rest? I guess it is that carbon crown. That's better. That's really, really good. It's still very easy to launch, even only being 17 degrees. I've got a nice turf interaction after impact there, which is everything that you want with a club like this. And I feel like because it hasn't got loads and loads of offset on it, I can play it down the left side of the fairway. So the thing for me here is, if I was being attacking on this hole, I'd hit driver, I'd hit 3-wood, I'd hit mini driver, I'd hit something that I know is going to get me out there 260, 270, 280, 250 maybe. But if this can get me 240, and I know all I have to do is aim left side, I know it's going to give me that little buttery fade, and I know it's going to do what I want it to do, like that. Every single time. I no longer have those holes that I absolutely despise. I no longer have those tee shots. I just don't know what to do. I feel like I'm pulling my hair out. It's just such a consistently made club and a consistent ball flight that I'm getting with it, both inside and outside. Yes, it's not the world's most forgiving club, but that's not really what it's designed for. It's designed to be consistent, but also offer that variance of trajectory differences. And like this one, look at that. That off any tee, if you're playing match play, makes your opponent feel this big. And if you can do that consistently on the centre line like that one is, you'll be a very, very good golfer off the tee and out the rough and from the fairway, as we've shown in this video. Yes, Callaway. Okay, this is the one that I've been really excited to test. And this is the one that I wanted to leave till last because I really do feel like this could go in my bag. Whenever I see a club like this, I always go for the lower lofted one, not because I feel like I want it to go as far as possible, because that's like childish. But this could go miles. Like this could be like a really, really good club for off the tee. The one thing I do wish it had an adjustable neck, because like being able to change these round, I do feel like you could then just certainly buy one. But if you don't like fairways or hybrids, like we said earlier in the video, maybe you're just going to get two of these and really split them up. Visually a lot less loft to look down at, which is good. That's an awful strike to kick off with. If that goes 200 yards, I'll be amazed. No, I don't think it would. I've toe duffed that one. 17 degrees, it's not going to be as forgiving as the other one. There we are. There we are, they're chalk and cheese. What's this one going to carry, by the way? It's still in the air. It's carried 232. 246 yards. Spinning at 3,000. That's miles. That's exactly what I was hoping would happen. And then that's that nice kind of high fadey one. The worry about that is I haven't done those two shots on purpose. That's still going though. Oh, it's carried 225. 236 total. So distance-wise, this has blown everything that I've tested today out of the water, and we've tested quite a lot today, Lauren. We don't show them that it's a mess, but we've tested loads of stuff today. And this, like, apart from that toey duff, which we will keep in the video because why not? Oh, that's a necky one. Don't do that off the tee, James. I am partial to that because I get overexcited because the club's going well, and then I'll try and like mess around with it. The good news is it's not in the water and it's gone 227, but it's not going to be. It's going to be in the rough, isn't it? The difference in these two clubs is like massive. What's that one going to go? It gets to where you think it's going to come down. It just keeps going like that a little bit more. And I think that's the sign of a really good forgiving club. If it's still going in the air and you think it shouldn't be, then that for me is something really positive. But I would really like to flight this down. Like if I can't flight it down, it's not. Flight it down, but I've turned it over. Like I'm really working hard for this, but then Callaway will actively say, if you want to flight it down, use the iron. Because with the iron, I could do that really easily. I think what I'm trying to do is test these clubs for things that they're not designed to do and just make myself look a bit silly. But I don't really mind that because if I'm doing it, you guys don't have to. So again, flighted it down, but it's not. It's not the most forgiving club left to right, is it? But distance control-wise, I'm absolutely loving this. Right, so one more. Let's jump outside to a conclusion on these Apex U-dubs. There it is. There it is. That's why you want it in the bag. That's carried even further. 236. 250 yards. And all's forgiven. Go back outside. Okay, so I hear you out here. What if you're saying, James, I want a club that would replace a 3-wood. I'm terrible with a 3-wood. I can never hit a 3-wood. Would the 17 degree, we know we've seen you hit a couple of tee shots and seen you hit it outside, but would that 17 degree help me from the fairway? Now, let's hit a couple of shots here. We'll get some nice fresh balls out and we'll see just how this 17 degree could maybe help transform your game. We're a long way out here. We're 250 yards out. Now, we know that this 17 degree can be good for off the tee, but what about if you've got a little bit of a hanging lie like we've got here? You're obviously going to do this from a good lie. You're not really going to take on this distance I mean, to be honest, looking at those first shots in this video, you might do, but really, you certainly wouldn't really go 3-wood here. I'm going to aim at the big tree on the right, and the lie, because it's above our feet, should just bring it back. Stayed out there a little bit. Right, go again. We'll have another go. There we go. There we go, that's the one. That's pitched front edge. That's pitched front edge. Come on, one more. I think that, we've missed that left, but if that's up there at the right distance, it could be an absolute game changer. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a little bit heartbroken. That first one we caught a bit duffy, and I've done that to it. Oh, James. I mean, it probably supposed to go in the bag, but that's... I can't believe I've done that. That's not the club, that would happen to any. Ball above feet, mud. That's honestly ruined my day. Ruined, I mean, it was central, weren't it? But day ruiner. I'm ashamed of myself. I'd be giving Brett and Dave and Gaz and Bob some right stick for that. See you tomorrow.